I'm going up Highway 99, and I've just made a stop to Kingsburg, California. And this is a little Swedish village. And already I'm seeing the cute little, Swedish type design in the houses and stuff. Some of the buildings. There's a a playground, but this is what I came to see. It's a coffee pot on the water tower. That is so cute. Love it. Look at all the dishes and stuff on it. This is the other thing I read about that I wanted to see. The historic Kingsburg jail. Looks like they have dioramas. A wood stove. The Historic Society, restored this and did all this. And I really appreciate that they did this. It's so great. Trusty dog. Trusty dog. Wow, looks like they actually have some real wanted posters there. Very small room to work in. Actually, this was so lifelike, I actually startled a little bit. The prisoner looks pretty comfortable. He's got his legs crossed. Reading the Bible, and got a sandwich and a pack of smokes, guitar. He looks pretty darn comfortable. Yeah, of course it's built out of thick concrete. They have a window up there, but it's pretty tall. I don't see how a prisoner could have seen out the window, really. It just provides a little bit of light. On the night of November 1st, Lou Cowan killed Fred French, the night watchman and deputy city marshal of Kingsburg, California, by shooting him twice from behind with a shotgun without warning. It's pretty cold-blooded.
Head northwest on Marion Street. It's about 112 feet to your destination.
Even the fire station has a Swedish vibe. Love it. Coffee Pot Park. In 1912, the first municipal water system was installed in Kingsburg. The 122-foot water tower was erected in the midst of downtown park. In 1985, the Chamber of Commerce had the water tank modified to resemble a Swedish coffee pot. Too cute. New England sheet metal fabricated the handle and spout. Blanche Ulrich, a Kingsburg resident, designed the decorative flora motifs in the style of Swedish peasant painting. It has been reported the Swedish coffee pot holds 1.5 million cups of Swedish cafe. The colorful coffee pot tower has become a symbol of Kingsburg Swedish heritage, so much so today the park is commonly known as Coffee Pot Park. Swedish music. That's so cool. Kingsburg has been widely regarded as a model city. Thoughtful leadership dedicated to making Kingsburg a highly desirable place to live and raise a family. So I guess Andrew Eriksson led the Swedish migration to Kingsburg in 1886. This really is a cute little town. I love it. The murals, the colors, the buildings. It's really cute here. Really adorable. Got a pistachio macaroon. Looks good. We got a snickerdoodle cookie. I also got a butter cookie. The history of the town of Kingsburg begins in the early 1870s when the Central Pacific Railroad was built and the train stop was named Kings River Switch. Later it was named Wheatville, then Kingsburg in 1875. It had saloons, bandits, and it was considered one of the toughest towns to live in. Finally, on December 1st, 1875, Josiah Draper and his friends finally established the first residences and named the town Kingsburg. 1908, the town of Kingsburg was officially incorporated. Well, I just arrived at my Boondockers Welcome spot. I'm near Oakdale, California. And just put out my Starlink and got a nice little spot all to myself here. So that's really nice. Got full hookups, including sewer, so it's really great. It's a little bit unlevel, so I just had to do the front. It's easy when it's just the front tires to do. That's really easy, but it's doing the back tires that is so hard for me. Well, it's the first morning staying at that Boondockers Welcome farm, and I've never experienced this before, in that I am staying right next to the barn where there must be some cows in there, and you know, I'm hearing their sounds from time to time, just making these interesting sounds. So I've just never heard anything like it before. So this is definitely a new experience for me. Well, that wasn't too bad. This is, I'm staying at the Boondockers Welcome farm, and he did tell me that the train comes by right here, and man, that is close. But it wasn't too loud and too horrible, and it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, so not a bad time. Great looking old barn. I love it. It's a retired couple, so I don't think they're actively farming, but there's a peach grove nearby where I can actually walk around. Isn't that cute? I was told that I'm allowed to walk around the peach trees that have been planted. I believe this farmer leases out this land to a peach farmer, so it looks like they've just planted their peach trees. I wonder if they will produce this summer. Probably not that soon. I don't know. But there you go. Peach trees. Look at that. Oh, look at them. Hey, sweeties. Can I photograph you? Can I have you sign a model release agreement? Do you mind? Do you mind signing a model release? Look at that one guy. He's carrying something, or a girl. She's carrying dreadlocks on her back. But this one's all clean. Let's see. There's some more in the back here. I'll be resting. They all look very well fed, don't they? Hi, cuties. Hello, cuties. Hello. You guys are cute. They zero in on you. Just like statues standing still. Look at this one. He looks like a statue. What a pose! What a pose! He's not moving a muscle. Some people are definitely hoarders. I don't think this belongs to the farm that I'm staying on. Look at that guy. He's got his perch. These ones have a little bit cleaner of a yard to roam around in. The neighbor. Look at that cute little barn. Well, it's the very last night of my 6-week camping trip, and I'm feeling kind of ambivalent feelings. I'm looking forward to getting home and getting my rig safe and sound home with, no mishaps or accidents, and I'm also a little sad that I'm leaving the road, so definitely some mixed emotions. Well, I've just pulled off the road and I'm in a shopping center in Napa Valley, California. I decided to stop here before heading home to get some lunch because I don't have too much food left in my fridge. And it feels, I must say, it feels good to be back home to my area that I love and that I'm familiar with, and back to the green and everything. So it feels really great to be home. You know how when you have a job interview and you get super nervous before the job interview, and then after it's done, you just feel this immense sense of relief that it's over and done with? Well, that's how I feel right now, that I've got home in one piece, that, that nothing happened. And I'm really relieved and glad that I actually did this trip, because it definitely would have been a real bummer if I had given up my apartment and then got out on the road and discovered, oh no, I can't do this. It's too much, and then what, so at least I have, still have my home base for now, and then I'll just have to figure out what my next steps are. So just wanted to share with you, what I'm feeling and what I'm going through. And well, I'm back in my Honda CRV with the car packed full with all my stuff. I was just thinking that, I brought too much stuff, per usual, too much food, too many clothes. The only thing I didn't bring too much of is underwear. And so many trips, from the car to the RV, and I'm exhausted, and I banged my knee really hard and bruised it really hard. When I get exhausted, I'm more prone to accidents, of course, because I'm just not as careful. Feels so weird to be back in my little car after driving that big truck, and I feel so low, and I feel like this steering wheel is so small compared to it. It's just so surreal, It's like you get used to a certain way of doing things, and then you have to switch it up. So heading home, and then I got to do several unloads up to my 3rd floor of my apartment, which is exhausting as well. But sometimes I break it up, and I might do some now and then wait till tonight and do some, and then tomorrow morning sort of break it up, because I just have too much crap. Look at all this. I'm packed to the gills. This is pretty Sonoma. I think that while I was gone for 6 weeks, they had a lot of rain. I kept getting alerts on my phone that they were having flooding and so forth, so they must have had a lot of rain up here, so everything is super green. It's gorgeous. Yeah, feels good to be back home to the area in which I'm familiar with and adore. I certainly had a ton of fun of seeing all these gorgeous places on my 6-week trip, and saw landscapes and environments that I've never or rarely seen before in my life, and so that was just awesome. I was thinking about it, and I think my favorite was Death Valley. I just was driving into Death Valley from Pahrump, Nevada, was just stunningly gorgeous. It was otherworldly and just nothing like I have ever seen. So that was my number one favorite. I think my number two favorite was probably Red Canyon outside of Vegas. And then Valley of Fire was beautiful. And then Lake Havasu and Hoover Dam, that was beautiful too. And interesting to see. So, it was great to see all these new types of landscapes, and that's, as much as I love the landscape here, and it's probably one of my favorite types, it's awfully fun to see, get a change of scenery and see different types of landscapes, Wow, it's like incredibly green right now. This is my favorite time to drive to the coast of the Sonoma coast, because it's like Ireland there. It's just so green and gorgeous. I don't know if you can tell from the camera video, but it's incredibly green and beautiful. What's pretty about this time of year is the yellow mustard. Yeah, I can see it. It's like a big, gorgeous thing of the yellow mustard flowers. So pretty. Shower and then ice my knee because I banged it pretty bad. It hurts a lot. Banged it on my doorway trying to get down the stairs of the RV, carrying stuff in my arms, and I just wasn't being careful enough and banged my knee on a sharp edge pretty hard. I have a terrible bruise there. Something to be said for feeling feeling a little, I don't know what the word is, safer or less stressed in an area in which you're familiar with. It just brings you comfort. It's similar to being around family members that you've known all your life. There's a comfort level there, familiarity and a comfort level. You don't feel the nervousness like you do around strangers that you don't know, and I feel the same way with an area in which I live. So you know what to expect, what the vibe is, how to get around. It's just an interesting phenomenon. It's kind of a little security blanket in a way.